Because like you said, we get a bit more defensive stuff, but also teams get to know each other a little bit. And if it goes to 3 games, you get some wild stuff where by the end, teams are kind of picking up on what others do. And we are here in the map, and I am excited to see what we get out of this. We've got a Sage pick, always fun to see. Got some Sova, pretty standard stuff across the board besides the Sage, I'd say. What are you looking forward here, Coach McGee?
I think that we see Rays come out for Springfield here, which they did not have yesterday. Nemo's going to be playing that, and I'm excited to see what he brings to the table there. I do think the Sage is an interesting choice, and we'll see whether they get value out of that or whether it ends up kind of losing utility for them overall. But York played very well yesterday, so I have a feeling that they know what they're doing here, and we're going to get started right as we take a look here at Tropic falling to Valtrex. Or Bayrax, sorry, little small font on the right side there. Gets flashed as he's taking a peek at A. The Capitals down 1, but trying their best to defend here.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a rotate there. They say, hey, it's being held pretty well. Let's back up, kill the boom bot. Let's get out of here. Got to pick onto Tropic. And it looks like York are going to try to rotate this. They are being caught by Springfield here, though. They are in mid, but Springfield does not see them just yet. SP
Not to mention that Reyna is, or is that Reyna flanking around?
It didn't look like.
Sorry, it was. Legat is flanking around here. That's what I was looking for. He's trying to figure out where they're coming from, potentially get a pick behind them if he catches them in time. But the Capitals are pinned down in that corner there in B right now.
Bomb is being planted. Spike has officially been planted. T-Crave looking over towards the Sage wall, trying to find something. Bayrax also watching the same spot. Holding some very typical stuff here, trying to stop anyone from Springfield as they push in. Rays gets the jump over and is hiding. Nemo
goes up. And Indibus get 2. Nemo gets a 3rd. They turn this around immediately. They get awesome picks, but 2 of them drop as well, and now it's 2-1. Wow, that was a
very crazy there. Things pop off really fast. Lots of headshots going back and forth, but ultimately favoring York. Very, very good take there by York. A good rotate, and Springfield just can't find a chance to get back onto the site. York get on and absolutely hold it.
Get to see York yesterday on stream. Taking a look at their gamer tag today, we've got Shisui, I don't know, Vayrax, Simon, SB, and Crave are your 5 for York. Indivus, Nemo, Legat, Grams, and Tropic, your Capitals. And yeah, that was a roller coaster in about 5 seconds there. I said something, and then as soon as I got done speaking, it was already wrong.
I do want to say also that is Sinon, not Simon. I believe that's a Sword Art Online reference. So awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Just got to get shout out to the weebs there real fast. Looks like Legat is trying to just get a couple things thrown out in mid, trying to prevent anything from pushing. SP looking to get some information. And it does look like a lot of York did buy, pushing that round to advantage. Like I mentioned yesterday, I think always a good thing to do. You've got the money, why not go for it? Oh, and that shock dart did actually hit Tropic. He actually falls to about 3/4 HP there. So very crazy there. Oh my goodness.
Somebody's been practicing that angle.
Absolutely, man. That's one of those things you see like the weird Twitch streamer highlights. That's always fun to see.
We have a flank coming in from the Capitals again. Yeah, this is a super slow push. The Capitals are stuck up on A, ready for the Dukes to come in here. But
Vyrix finds Tropic.
Yeah, Tropic falls immediately for the first time again.
SB, Vyrix finds Grams, Legat finds Shusi.
Spike planted, Legat picks up another one, and we're tied at 3 apiece.
T-Crave going insane.
And Nemo
finds 2, backs up, gets a different angle, says, hey, I don't want to immediately get killed here. And T-Crave finds Indivus right through the side of the smoke, gets the headshot, and that is once again 2-0 up for York. Absolutely destroying so far here on Ascent.
Capitals with some money, though, and they're looking to buy it. And what's interesting about these rounds so far is they did lose both of them, but they certainly got a lot of picks. And so it's not like their money is, shallow right now. They can spin and try to force this 3rd round here. And that is exactly what they look to be doing here.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a good idea as well. We'll see some rifles on both teams, looking to get some stuff done. Actually, not full rifles. There is still an SMG and a Bulldog on the side of York. But hey, if you want to save a little bit of money, not the worst idea if you've already previously purchased. Vyrix does get spotted by the Recon Bolt and keeps pushing regardless.
Yep, Nemo's ready for him. But Grams Grams. Legat finds another. Springfield starting off quick here in this 3rd round.
Yeah, absolutely. Springfield realized, hey, they're going to play slow. Let's just push that. Legat finds something good onto them. Shusi finds Nemo. It is now 4v3 favoring Springfield. They hear them turning the corner. Sage falls. Legat finds Xenon.
A good little teamwork there between Legat and End of Us. End of Us baits him out, and Legat swings out a corner and makes it happen.
Solid T shooting. T-Crave backing up just a little bit, realizes this isn't the best angle. Finds Legat through the wall. Gets a very good shot there with Shusi there, right there to help him as well. 2v3 favoring Springfield.
Almost, I think morale-wise, this feels like a must-win for Springfield. They spent some money here. They got those early picks. They don't want to lose this round. York, meanwhile, sees an opportunity as they start to rotate here. Do the Capitals know where they are?
York is very good on these rotates. They're very good at doing it a little slow, waiting it out. But also Springfield doing a very good job of just holding sight, saying, hey, let's not go too far. Let's wait a second. Keeping one on B, keeping one in mid, and then rotating the jet over to the A site because they know something's going to happen. Should probably hear the smoke here within a few seconds. End of us should be calling. Smoke comes out.
They're smoking A. They smoked every corner of A actually. Are they going to... but they might be smoking A to rotate back around.
It looks like they may just opt to save instead because they have no time at this point. They realize, hey, there's no way we can get on that site. There are people there. They've rotated already. Let's just hang out, look for an exit if we can find one, and instead we will just wait it out. 2-1 favoring York.
Probably a smart play there, and the slow push nature of York has benefited them the first 2 rounds. That time, I think they just got caught with not enough time after they were being overly patient, and the Capitals were adequately spread out to figure out where they were. But it'll be interesting to see whether York continues the slow gameplay and this what I would more characterize as methodical gameplay, or if they decide to amp up the aggression and really push something hard and fast.
End of Us does buy an op, completely blows out his eco, but eco's on the side of York not too good either, so very good idea to save there. You do have to praise when you realize, hey, I can't do this. Look at that quick
pick onto and Sage getting the pick there too, so that Rez is now gone, the opportunity that might have been there.
Very good pick, gets something good. I believe that was just as stopping a push. I didn't see exactly where that was. Tropic is going to peek through. Cat can't find SB. SB does get the headshot onto him. End of Us does have the op. Looking for it. Can't quite find the shot. Oh, does leg him, actually, I believe. All right, gets, looks like maybe a chest shot.
Yeah, SB down to 18 health. Actually, look at two York players, both down very low.
Shusi very low, too. And without that Sage, not much you can do off of this. 4v2, definitely favoring Springfield at this point.
Yeah, with that health advantage, it's going to take an amazing shot by 2 York players to even this out. Otherwise, Springfield basically has a 4v2 here. There's another. Varex does make it happen onto Grams.
Finds Grams, covers as Shisui puts the bomb down. Legat does notice they're all coming, backs up just a little bit. Looks like he's popping the ult. Trying to get something done here. Pops the ult. Team starts going in. Pops the flash. Can't find anything. Virex does find Nemo. Legat does find Virex after End of Us just narrowly misses the shot. Legat looking to knock some more stuff up on this breach, making good work of his abilities. Can't quite find anything just yet. Does find Shisui.
He's right there. Oh, he does.
Doesn't see T-Crave.
He has an idea of where he's got to be, but he can't connect on it. End of Us now by himself.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna opt to save the op, Not much we can do in a 1v2 there with just an op. Can't really find a rifle. There's none right next to him. Says, hey, all right, you guys got it. I'll back up. 3-1 favoring York.
Legat almost made it happen there.
Yeah, had he just looked to the right really quick. But in those moments where you're running low on bullets, there are people all around. You're already up 3 kills. You want the ace. It's lots of pressure. Not always too much you can do right there. Looking at ecos, Legat is pretty much broken. Grams almost broke as well. End of Us pretty much broke. They're having to buy some light armor and save a little bit. And over on the side of York, still not the best ecos, but one with 2,800 left, one with 2,500. The rest and just under $1,000. So both teams are a little poor here. Whoever loses this is going to be in pretty bad shape next round.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an important round, and not only in the econ, but the difference between 4-1 and 3-2 will feel very different as well in terms of just the morale of this round.
Yeah, and I do believe Ascent is one of those maps where it can go kind of either way, especially based here on the beginning. And once you get a feel for how both teams are playing, you can kind of see who's going to have much more favor. Obviously, York right now is doing a bit better, but that also happens with these maps sometimes. Starting off first game of the day, some jitters. Although Virex does find End of Us, and they lose that critical op. End of Us is now broke. Only had 700 left. They're going to find the op, I assume, and going to look to punish Springfield a little bit further. Virex is
about to find a friend. Instead, he gets lit up.
SB does find Grams there, right off screen. T-Crave does find Tropic, backing up the teammates of York. Looks like they are rotating off B. Legat is on the way. Looks like there might not be a whole lot they can do here in a 2v5. Nemo's backing up a little bit. They see that they're watching with the off.
Will get popped there?
I'm not sure. I didn't see it, but that's entirely possible. Let's see here. It did not know he's at 4 to 6.
Okay.
All right. So looks like Springfield is opting to save. Said, hey, we don't have any eco. We cannot make this happen. Good idea to back up in that case.
I think that Ascent is definitely a map more than others that is totally neutral as far as offense, defense, and really is more about, like you said, the comfort of either team. Whereas other goodness. Yeah, does pick up one, but drops. Oh man, he got. I don't know if he was getting too greedy there.
And it looks like Nemo's at only 5 HP as well. They were looking for some exits, but I have to feel like that's a little greedy. York does have a bad eco, sure. But Legat, his eco, I don't know if that's necessarily worth it. Finds Virex, so their top frag is poor now too. So 2 top fraggers, kind of low on money. However, it does favor York though. They can just buy for him. Legat has to buy the Marshal and some light armor. Have to feel like that wasn't the best idea to fall for that.
Yeah, or at least if you're gonna stay there and do get the 1 and book it as fast as you can.
Right, yeah. Doesn't get a chance though, gets shot as he's running. They do stop the op on the side of York. Sinon looking to do some work with that. We'll see what happens here.
Oh, Legat sees it, does put some damage down, but not going to be enough. Just chips away at his health a little bit.
Looks like he just tagged a little bit through the wall. Doesn't get a whole lot done there. Sage will likely just heal that up and walk away. Does lose some armor, of course. That doesn't repair. Zui looking to get some smokes out onto the site, looking to start pushing. Looks like Pyrex will start flashing here in just a second. Ops not to just yet. Gonna wait for a second, see where the team comes from. Recon Bolt does find them. Virex can't shoot it just in time. Narrowly misses that.
Springfield knows where they are now. That rotate is coming in hard.
And Graham's looking to find a shock dart or something in there. Let's see if this will connect.
He's waiting for the call from his captain, perhaps. When they want it.
Holding on to it. Can't quite find it yet. Looks like they... Oh, shoots it down. Doesn't find anything, but Virex does find Grams and Nemo finds 2. 3-2 favoring Springfield. Virex does pop the ult and is able to get back full HP, full armor. Loses nothing for that play. Finds 2. Shizui finds Legat. Let's see if Virex can see. Oh my goodness. Clicks straight onto Enibus's head. Looks like this is going to go clean towards York. Tropic forced to kind of just go away for now. Not a whole lot for him to grab. Maybe he can grab a judge, but he's being chased down. They do not want him to have any eco. I have to praise that play, rather. Does find Tropic. Does not get out of there in time. Looks for maybe an exit or something, but does not run across the map, probably like he should have, as he heard 100 people running at him. And it looks like York are in dominant control of this game, Coach McGee.
Absolutely.
It's and looking at ecos, for the most part, you know, York is pretty much balling right now. They are very rich. Looks like Springfield can buy now. They are still a little poor. But
York balling, but Springfield balling on a budget at the moment.
Absolutely. Having to buy some light armor, maybe a bulldog, some stuff like that. Oh, opts to buy the SMG instead. I would almost never buy that thing, but you know, you do what you got to do when you're this poor. All right, pushing up through Cat just a little bit. Xenon is covering, gets smoked out, says, okay, you don't want me to opt, that's fair. They've noticed that he tends to opt there. Legat does find T-Crave, just barely off screen. SB returns some fire. Legat did fall to about 2/4 HP, but Virex does find Tropic rather. Legat is looking to find something. Virex heals back up, was almost dead, begging the Sage for a heal there. Looks like you're going to opt to just maybe decide to rotate.
Tropic has very frequently been the first person to drop for Springfield throughout this entire match thus far.
Very unideal, especially when you keep getting picked, because that it starts tilting you a little bit. Mindset is very important, especially with that stuff. And if you keep getting picked, you know, you got to change something up. You obviously should stop peeking some of this stuff. It looks like he's died a lot in Catwalk. I could be wrong about that, but that's something you got to just kind of work on.
Right there.
They do shoot out a shock dart. Don't think it finds anyone at all. SB is looking for the drone. Doesn't see anything. Grams does find Xenon, though. Gets rid of the offer, at least for now. And Virex finds Grams. Shoots him while he's mid-ult. Doesn't hear him get onto the site. Very good, sneaky, beaky play from Virex. He does find Nemo as Nemo goes to recover something. Virex finds 4, finds Endivus. Looks for the ace. Can't quite find it as Legat gets the shot to the head. Legat at 46 HP, 2 left on the side of York. Legat can still do this, although it's rather unlikely at this point with 2 full health bars on the side of York.
Yeah, Nemo made the mistake there of not peeking that corner well at all. He just he kind of just turned the corner while looking to the other direction for some reason.
Yeah, that's a kind of play that I will always criticize as well. We talked about this a bit yesterday, Coach McGee. When you turn a corner with your head down or with an ability out, you should expect to die. You need to turn these corners with your rifle up, aiming at someone, because you never know who's going to be around the corner. And if you turn a corner with like a Sage heal out or like a raised grenade, you're just going to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like Springfield's still pretty poor. They may just need a full save. I hope they opt to do so here, but it doesn't look like they will. They have almost no eco, so they're just force buying round after round after round, and it's not working for them. And if
I was just going to comment on, at some point they have to stop the bleeding with that eco. They have to make some smart choices or just push through a round and try to steal it despite having lower weapons. But right now, York playing so well and making such smart rotates that's really hard to do.
Mm-hmm. Endovus tries to get a cheeky play in mid, but can't quite find the daggers to the face. Can't really get that done. And there's, once again, Xenon opping in mid. He either tends to look straight down mid or look through cat. Can't find anything just yet. Slow plays here. Tropic does get some smokes off. Says, let me go back up heaven. I don't want anything to do with this. As it looks like York are opting to rotate rather through mid. Maybe go for a B push. Still not a lot of A pushes. We've had like 2 or 3. I think the fact
that we've said maybe so many times is because York has done such a good job of holding that middle part of the map, smoking both sides, and Springfield has no idea where they're going. I mean, you can see when we pulled the map up a couple times in there in the top left, the smokes have been on both sites so frequently, and how can you even know where to begin to rotate until it's too late and they've already planted?
Yeah, gets the flash off, finds one, gets a trade. Not sure exactly how worth it that is, but, tries to find something. Virus does find Endovus. He watches his teammate die right there and then just runs into it as well. Looks like Springfield are kind of lost on what to do right now. They're crumbling apart. They don't know what to do. Obviously, always a very stressful game to be in. SP finds Grams with a headshot, and it looks like it's just 2 left. Nemo and Tropic on the side of Springfield. Nemo full HP, Tropic at about 20 HP or so, and he gets found by SB. SB almost finds Nemo. Nemo does get the kill. Nemo at 5 HP. Going to try to 1v3 this, or maybe just save. Hiding out here. Probably going to be found here. This is a very greedy spot to look. Turns his head. Gets shot by T-Crave. The door next to him is closed, so opts to look at the closed door instead that can't be opened. Very strange there, but Springfield 1-7. What do you think Springfield needs to do to change this up, Coach McGee? What do you think has to change here to make this game even remotely close?
Well, I feel like they're playing, it just seems like they're exposing themselves too much right now. I mean, Tropic has dropped immediately. He was top fragging yesterday. In fact, even that game they lost against George Washington, which they lost badly, it was 13-2, I believe. Tropic was the top fragger of that game. So they need him to step up and not get picked off the bat here. And I think maybe he's tones down the aggression a bit. I think maybe they try to really hold that mid control better. Right now they're hanging out of the back of the map or just splitting up on sites, and they need to have mid control better so they get a quicker rotate and potentially get a long distance pick, because they do have good oppers on their team, and even those oppers could maybe get some value with the Marshall, a cheaper option since Recon is so bad right now. Legat gets one. That's going to be it. Gets a trade. He walked into the fray there.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it seems like in this kind of game where you're so far down, you have to try to make those hero plays and hope you can get something done. Very fun smoke play, runs straight through it trying to find something. Does find one, so that is just a trade. Finds the Sage as well, so there's no res, but Virex does find Endovus. Tropic does get the off back, does find Virex. It is now 2v3 favoring York. Something can still be done here. Tropic looking around, trying to see what he can see with that off. Does get a decent anti-site out onto the site, but does get smoked. Can't quite find the next shot. No, somebody is back there, waiting for him to peek. You have to assume Sova probably won't peek that. Kind of has to know there's somebody up there. Tropic looking to find a wallbang or something. Does expose himself. Uzui does find Nemo. Tropic finds the headshot. Shoots into the smoke. Can't quite find anything yet. Doesn't hear the enemy omen right next to him. Has to back up a little bit. Finds the kill onto Shizui. Has to get out. 1v1 left on the side of Springfield and York. Tropic with 11 HP. Does get out with an op, repairing the eco just a little bit. Gets his first 3 kills of the game and says, all right, boys, we are in this now.
So, yeah, I think the short answer to your question is Tropic's got to step up like he did just then. They need him to have a big game here. When they're struggling, you need somebody on your team to step up and be the hero in any sport. And right now, I think they need that to be Tropic, because everybody seems to be like, there's like Legat, who's kind of even on KD, and then everybody's bottom bragging.
Yeah, I mean, Tropic does also opt to give the op to End of Us. It's hard to say. Who is bottom fragging? He has some trust in his teammate, but cannot quite find the shots. Tropic just leaving with the revolver, has nothing for himself yet, it seems. End of Us doesn't find the recon bolt, gets blinded, and then dashes into the wall twice and gets mowed down there. Gets blinded and can't find the door in time. Legat turns the corner with his ability out, finds the shot. Grams finds Xenon. Legat finds Firex. Looks like Legat opts to pop the breach wall. Doesn't find anything with that as they're already far out of the sight. 4v3 favoring Springfield. They rotate through mid. Once again, York taking the mid control, as you have mentioned, Coach McGee. And these guys just always bring it back to mid.
Yep.
It's insane. These guys have such good control of mid. By the time Springfield rotates, they're already back in mid saying, hey, we've got the other side. Grams is pushing, doesn't know to check his left just yet, and gets shot in the head for it. The guy with 6 HP peeking down. They see the Omen bolt come, the Omen anti-site rather come straight out of the left. He does do the teleportation. They hear that. They know he's got to be on the right.
Through the wall again. Get off my teammate. Stop that.
Legat does find the kill, gets another Vandal, just so he can try to get on site. A combined, like 114 HP for the side of Springfield between all three of them. SB does find Nemo, who is already low on HP. Gets shot through the same wall. That is disgusting. SB finds 3 kills, eliminates 2 through the same wall, and that is it. 9-1. York are absolutely destroying it.
This is not the first round Springfield had the lead in terms of number of agents left, and then lost it to a big play. York, you got to give York credit right now. York has stepped up, down agents a number of times, and made some gigantic plays. And unlike yesterday, though, we do have some points coming via the spike actually exploding, right? Like yesterday was just a death match in competitive games. Like it was just a matter of who was going to eliminate everybody else. But we do have some of that going on right now, and I think that's a testament to having some better competition from our team. Springfield not playing badly; it's just constantly getting one-upped right now.
Yeah, and it's those kind of games that are so hard to win, Coach McGee. There are just some times where if people are just rotating better than you, it's so hard to figure out what to do. Oh, Tropic is looking to do something here with the shorty. They kind of have to know he's there unless he gets something insanely cheeky off here.
Hilarious.
Oh my goodness. The amount of times that he has just pointed his cursor right on his head. Tropic says, okay, I'm going to back up a little bit. I hear a lot of noise.
He needs to use the force.
Yeah, for real. Has to just maybe push through, find a miracle headshot. Obviously can't quite find it. That's something that requires so much power and luck. Legat tries to find something, can't quite do it. So he does get the shot straight to the head. End of Us does find a kill onto SB. Gets a kill with the classic in mid. Not sure exactly what happened there, but hey, those are the kind of shots that you need to hit to win these games. And hey, if you can find a kill with the an elimination with the classic, you are in good space.
You will not kill my ally.
Xenon does find SB. Oh, sorry, get the res onto SB.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I've seen all game, in fact.
Yeah,
I remember another one
30
in
seconds
the
left.
feed there.
No charges.
Because honestly, they haven't been very necessary. You should obviously try to use the ults just to push some advantages, save some ecos, but it hasn't been the most necessary thing for them yet. So that maybe is something to work on. Just make sure you use some ults a little bit more. But if you don't need to, obviously you don't need to. Xenon does find Tropic. T-Crate finds Nemo. Firex finds End of Us, and that is 10-1 favoring York.
Yeah, a one-sided game. I think at this point,
round in the
Springfield tries to grab some rounds, but this is a best-of-3, so I think that they're trying to maybe use this opportunity to learn some things they need to know. Although I don't know that they're planning that ahead right now, based on what we're seeing. It just seems like they're just getting beat.
It does look like Springfield does opt to buy here. Tropic does have the opt this time, trying to maybe show up a little bit and get some picks, like you mentioned, Coach McGee. But as you said, it does look like they're just kind of getting beat at this point. Their ecos are in disrepair. York is absolutely taking control of this game. Legat does peek Cat, doesn't find anything just yet. This is a hard game to come back from. And at this point, I don't even know how much you can come back from this. And instead, maybe just prep for game 2 and maybe game 3 a little bit afterwards. SB doesn't quite find anything, takes a cheeky little shot through the wall. Can't quite find it. He has gotten multiple eliminations through walls this game. Looking for something a little.
Oh, no. Grams is going to get caught pretty quick there on B, but now they know Nemo's going to rotate back as well, and the other capitals are all hanging out A long.
They do get smoked and market. Nemo can't really safely push through that. Virex does pop the ult, looking to get something with the Phoenix. Can't find anything just yet. Nemo jumps in the air and is absolutely destroyed. Chizui does find Grams as well. They have absolute control of this site. Very interesting there by Nemo to hop up in the air and try to find something. But when you're up there, you're up there. Not a whole lot you can get done other than a cheeky headshot. Legat is peeking. Oh, Endovus does find SB. They are peeking. Rather pushing back through Garage, trying to get something done. Legat popping all of his breach abilities, trying to find something at all. Gets a flag on the fire. Does find it.
Even 3v3 now. It's a matter of time for whether or not the Capitals can stop this spike. There's one from Endovus with his ult.
1 HP left. If you have 1 HP, you are good to go, but maybe not. T-Cray finds Legat through a wall. Xenon does get the headshot.
That's the play here with that
going for the
defuse. Lit up. 11-1. A switch coming for your teams here, putting Springfield on offense now.
This is maybe where we can see a couple rounds come back for Springfield. Complete ego reset, complete mental reset. Hey, past 11 rounds haven't mattered. We can do something now. Obviously, very hard to get over that mental state sometimes. Right now, if you were Springfield, how would you be feeling? Would you be trying to take as many rounds as you can right now, get some info, or would you just start prepping for what you need to change for the second game?
I know that clearly I know this team and these players, and what's happening in these comms right now is Grams is pretty upset. He has a tendency to feel like he needs to step up and carry his teammates, which to his credit is a good mentality, but he's going to be pretty upset right now. And I also know that they do not want to just hand these next 2 rounds over. They will go down kicking and screaming. So expect to see big aggressive plays here from Springfield and say, it's either going to work or it's not, and we'll move on to game 2. York, meanwhile, I'm excited to see whether their slow, methodical approach is also how they play defense. Because their offense is just, I don't know that I remember seeing a team move so slow in an IHSEA match. But it clearly is working. Endovus gets a pick through the wall.
Gets the headshot. Legat finds another. Can't quite find Virex. Does get Legat. But 2-4-3 favoring Springfield. York is a little low. He's going to heal up with his abilities. Phoenix obviously does a self-heal. Endovus finds Xenon. No Sage up on the side of York. Can't quite find Virex again. That man is good with these headshots. 1 HP left for
so accurate. But like I said, this is what you're seeing from Springfield is that hyper-aggression is getting punished right there. SV and Virex find 2 capitals. All that's left is our Omen, Tropic.
With 1 HP. Not sure how much can get done here, but Springfield had such an advantage. But Virex is just nuts. This guy can just absolutely turn a corner and eliminate anyone. Finds 4 in 1 round.
Yeah, can we take a look at our leaderboard right now, because I want to see Virex. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
22 and 8, and it seems like 20 of these 22 have been with pistols. It's just like he turns a corner and he's got aimbot on noses right now.
Yeah, Virex is insane. That guy is good at Valorant. He is absolutely tearing things, clicking heads like a madman, and that's exactly what you need. Sometimes there's a joke, Valorant's a point-and-click adventure game. You just got to click on heads, and he's doing it. That's all you got to get done sometimes. Looking at some buys here, too. Springfield are obviously back against the wall. This is it. They've got to make something happen here. SB just firing through with an Ares. Virex does find Nima. Tropics finds Virex. That is very good for Springfield. With that top frag dead, they maybe can find something. Xenon turns the corner. Endovus finds him after Xenon already gets Grams. Making another trade. Obviously not ideal to lose one there. 3 for 3. Favoring no one yet. Well, now favoring York as Steve Gray finds Legat. And this might be game, Coach McGee.
Yeah, absolutely.
Finds one. Endovus finds 2. It is now 2v1. Favoring Springfield, but York, their Rana has quite a bit more HP. So all he has to find is 1 or 2 good shots, and that's it.
All match, it seems like we make a call, and then 3 seconds later, we're wrong. The seesaw in this match has been real, usually favoring York. This one looks like it might favor Springfield if these two can manage to not get completely popped with their low health. Endovus starts the plant.
Jet pops the ult. It says, hey, I'm not risking anything. I've got it. We're going to try it all out, which I think is a good idea at this point. You're back.
Yeah, what do you have to lose? You have one more round. It's done. So
just got to hope to get a good left click and hope it does something good for you.
Here comes the reaction time. We're on with Endovus. He knows where he's got to come from. Crave trying to sneak. Look where we're trying to find the capitals out. Now they know where he is. And Tropic gets lit up by Crave. He's got the health now.
Goodness. Crave actually didn't lose an HP there. He opted to take the move speed one. Crave finds Endovus. Oh my goodness. peeks up from the bomb, finds the shot. Game 1 goes to York.
Congratulations to the
13-1. Boy, that was a first game, Coach McGee.
It was a clinic on offense, is what it was. It was patience. It was they were methodical, and they really carried that game through their offense against Springfield.
Mm-hmm. Probably one of the most dominant offenses we've seen so far, especially here on stream. Like you said, I don't think I've ever seen a team, especially here in IHSEA, play so slow and play so methodically. Go through mid, get control of that, and then decide where they're going based on that and what control they get. That isn't what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was a lot of death matching, fragging. Cool, we got a pick, let's run it down, and just stomping people, fragging nonstop. That was a very different game, and Springfield needs to change a lot to make this next game happen for them. Looking at the leaderboards, man, absolutely. Coach McGee, if you're Springfield, what do you need to change in this little break before the next game?
I think that Tropic needs to be more valuable. I think he needs to take a look at what his choices he's making in terms of positioning and not put himself in hyper aggressive frontline situations. I think that you also need a mentality reset here. You need to know, hey, a lot of those rounds were close and we can absolutely do this. But if you're York, you want to put your foot on their throat and slam the door here, because you have all the momentum and hey, we can hand it to these guys, and you need to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a 5-minute break, everybody, as we get our second map sorted out, as map bans come through.